Greetings in the name of Yahuwah and his son Yahusha Mashiach. My name is Malak Shalomo. Today is the 27th of December 2023. It's 2:51 p.m. and I'm gonna do a little breakdown on my Vwap strategy that I'm kind of developing here, and just kind of show you the outcome of a paper trade I'm doing on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin was actually the first chart that I started looking at this VWAP configurations with price action and where we could find reversals and stuff like that. So let's see here. Let's see where first. All right, so this is what I noticed on Bitcoin, right? So let's see here. All right, so I noticed that when Bitcoin loses this second lower deviation band, that's this green line right here, right? Hold on 1 second, let me just make that a little bigger. Let me just make the chart a little bigger here. All right, so I noticed when Bitcoin loses this second lower deviation band, that you get like a big flush down. So you notice sometimes like Bitcoin does these major selling and major flush downs, right? And I've noticed with my Vwap Pro indicator from quantum trading that when we do lose that and we lose it like in a big way, we usually get something like 800 points drop down in these moves, right? Let's see. I might have to go back and show you one of these here. I don't know how far back I might have to go. Let's do a little search here. Let's see if I could find one of these major drop downs. All right, I think I found one already. Right, so here's another one, right? And when we do get this selling, we get like, let me see if I, all right, so from the break of this level here, which is approximately here, down to the lowest part is like 1100 points, right? And let's see from this structure here, when we do lose it again, we get like about 847 points, right? And I was looking at a couple other breakdowns from that level, that lower deviation band on VWAP. Let's see if we could find another one real quick. I don't want to just show you one. I want to show you. All right, let's look at this one here. Let's measure this one right here. Right, so this is the breakdown level, and we got 500 points on that one. And let's see here. Let's see if we could find another one real quick. Right, this one didn't break the level really. It just kind of rode the level. Let's see. All right, so that's basically it for now. So that's what I noticed, right? I noticed, like, let's see here. I think we have another one right here. Right, so this breakdown here, let's say we broke around this level, came down, and we got like 800 points, right? So you roughly get somewhere around 800 points. On the conservative side, you might get up to like 1,000 points on the drop down, right? So let's see here. This one didn't really break totally, but it kind of rode underneath it. So let's say if we're taking from here to this level, that's 644 points, right? So I'm starting to look at those here. I think I took one of these trades as well. Where is it? Right, so yeah, I actually took this one, right? So this one was a trade here I took at 43121.51 a sell, and I covered that here after we kind of stopped out and recovered, and the exit was 42813, right? So that was basically this trade right here. So it's, let's see, where is it? Like roughly the entry is here, and the take profit was somewhere around right here, right? So that was basically the trade right there. So anyway, I'm noticing that when you get those lower deviation breakdowns, you usually get like a nice little follow through on the trade, right? So, and also when you get like support at this area here, right? Like let's say you get the second deviation breakdown, the first deviation breakdown, and you come to the second deviation line. If it starts to give you this reversal pattern like it does here, and it regains this first deviation band. So let me use the arrows, right? So when you get that support there, the lower deviation, second lower deviation, when you regain the first deviation band, you usually get up to like Vwap, right? So this is the trade I took right here. So this long was from approximately 42,236.37, right? So that was actually floor pivot S2, I believe, right? So that's floor pivot S2 right there. So we were regaining floor pivot S2, took a long right there, right? And it pulled back a little bit, came back to about 42044.54, right? And then we basically got back to VWAP, right? So I didn't really close this trade. I just had this trade running like a swing because like on the 1 hour time frame, I'm looking for it to get up to a certain level, using the Wyckoff theory and stuff like that. So we did, after we hit the target of VWAP, which is that white line right there, we came back down. We had like another reversal pattern here at this second lower deviation band. You see it's the same kind of pattern. We're regaining it. We're breaking above the first deviation. We retested it, came back up to VWAP, pulled back, pushed off of VWAP, and we got to the upper deviation band, right? Now, in the uptrends, when you break above the first deviation band, upper deviation, and then you capture above the second upper deviation band, usually you get like trend moves, right? Just like when you flush on the lower deviation, the second lower deviation, you get like these nice little trend moves if you ride above this second upper deviation band. And as soon as you see like these reversal patterns at that level, you could take profit right there, right? So that's why I'm trying to carve out this strategy here where when we start losing this, I could stop out of the trade. And sometimes it's strong enough where we get support at this first upper deviation band right here, and you get the reversal pattern for continuation, and it'll climb back above the second upper deviation to continue the trend, but it has to be strong, right? So in situations like this, I've noticed that when it comes back, it's losing these two upper deviations. You're surely gonna, well, not surely, but probably gonna get back to VWAP, which we did. And now we're just kind of rotating between VWAP and the upper deviation band, right? So what I'm starting to look at here is if we don't regain above this upper deviation band, if we don't regain above this level, right, this is going to start a reverse because now we have resistance coming in here and it's taking the price action right back to VWAP, right? So we're still getting buyers at VWAP, which is that white line right there, right? We're still getting the buyers at VWAP, but it's not a strong uptrend. Strong uptrends are above the second upper deviation or at least above the first upper deviation, right? So the retest for the strong buying is supposed to be on the upper deviation. This is coming back basically to the mean, right? And getting buyers there. So buyers have to keep supporting this uptrend, right? Now, at some point, they're going to get tired and they're going to take profit, right? So you got to look out for that. And let's see, my target is, right, I'm trying to get to previous week's high, and this is a test level using the Wyckoff theory and stuff like that on the 1 hour chart. So that's my target right there, right? 44.402.10, right? So yeah, I'm working on this strategy here, using these VWAP levels and these VWAP upper band and lower deviation bands, and it's looking back at the chart and stuff, it's looking like price is adhering to this in a very uniform way. So anything that is kind of uniform in trading, you could make money off of, right? Because it becomes a high probability, you know. So maybe I'll do a video one day where I kind of really go back and back test and show you all of these reversal patterns, like from lower deviation. Let's see here, right here. Second lower deviation creating support. We regain the first lower deviation. We're going to get to VWAP. If we hold above VWAP, we're going to get to the first upper deviation. Then you get the resistance right there at second upper deviation, right? So when it comes back, it's probably going to test around VWAP. If it loses the first upper deviation, this one came back here, didn't come straight back to VWAP. We got the reversal, came back to VWAP and the lower deviation. You getting that signal right there for a buy off of this reversal straight to the upper VWAP deviation. You getting a retest here, reversal coming back up, kind of ABCD pattern that's going up to the upper deviation. And you know, you could use your levels, like I have this central pivot level here, as I could use that as a target, you know, take profit there, come back to the upper deviation band, finding that we're not getting much sellers, getting like this reversal pattern going on here, and take another buy, right? So once I stick to this strategy, it could work out pretty well. You know, you just gotta be kind of you gotta kind of trade like a robot, you know what I'm saying? It's just you look back, you back test, you see what it usually does, and obviously sometimes it's not gonna do exactly what it usually does, right? So you're gonna get sometimes a big flush down. It's gonna probably lose VWAP, go straight back to the lower, like right here, right? So when we came back, we were supposed to kind of hold on to VWAP, but we ended up coming straight back to the lower deviation and then push up, right? So if you're looking to take a long somewhere here, like you see, let's say you see this reversal pattern here, and you go long above VWAP, even though your stop might be below here, you might still get clipped, right? Let me just kind of point that out right there. Right, you take a long right here, you put your stop just below here, you're still gonna get clipped. Trying to get back up here, or potentially even here, right? You're still gonna get clipped around this area, right? So things like that is gonna happen, you know, but the probability is looking kind of high on this little setup here, and plus I'm gonna be using it with like my pivot levels, my camarillas, and my floor pivots and stuff. So I'm probably not gonna take every single one, but it's gonna help me in determining where I could get like the highest probability to execute certain trades, right? So you see here is very bullish, stayed above the upper deviation for a while until we got this reversal candle right here, and we lost it, right? When it comes down to the first upper deviation, I also have an automatic rally level here. We found support, pushed up. You could take a buy here. You see that it's failing, it's not getting back up to the second upper deviation band. You could close out, wait to see what's happening, and eventually you'll try to take a short here, come back down to Vwap, you're gonna get that, right? So let's see here. Let's say you take a short here because you notice the weakness is not going back up anymore. You take a short here, try to get to Vwap, and you're gonna get your target somewhere around here, right? So it's an interesting little strategy I found here with these Vwap bands and stuff. So I'll be practicing back testing it, try and execute some trades in the new year with this strategy, and yeah, that's basically it. So right now we're looking to reclaim this upper deviation band, and I think this is it has to kind of reclaim this and show the strength above. If we start seeing reversals at this level here again, then I'll start considering taking profit, right? And actually right now with all that resistance there, I'm gonna put my stop just below Vwap. So if we lose Vwap and stuff, then I should take off this trade, right? And wait for another setup for it to go long again. Alright, also it's Malak Shalomo. That was my little trade breakdown, kind of carving out the strategy using Vwap. And this Vwap is from Quantum Trading. So you could check out quantumtrading.com, and that's from Anna Cooling. She does a lot of volume price analysis, and they developed their Vwap with a lot of features. It has anchored Vwap, regular Vwap, moving Vwap like a moving average, time-based Vwap, and intraday Vwap. So you could check those out. Alright, y'all, it's Malak Shalomo, and y'all trade safe and stay blessed.